Hello, I am Dr. Donald Ware, the Most Worshipful Grand Master of the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the State of California, Incorporated. We are delighted to be with you today to share with you the activities of our Grand Lodge over the calendar year 2015 and 16. I must first give praise and honor and thanks to the Grand Architect of the Universe, who has made all of these successes possible. I would also like to thank the President of the United States, the Honorable Barack Obama, for bestowing upon me the Lifetime Achievement Award for service and volunteerism. This is the highest honor that is given by the President to a citizen for voluntary service. I am humbled by this, and our Grand Lodge is honored. We thank you, Mr. President. At this time, I would like to speak to you about an event that happened actually before the Masonic calendar year 2015. Our Grand Master at the time was ill, and I had to take on the responsibilities of the entire Grand Lodge. And during that time, there was an opportunity for us to work with the California Grand Lodge under the then Honorable Russ Servonia, Grand Master. Our purpose was to place a cornerstone in the Sacramento area for the Sacramento Kings basketball facility. We had an opportunity not just to be observers and guests, but rather workers in terms of brotherly love and friendship, to put together a team that would indeed provide the cornerstone opportunity. And that was done. And we thank the California Grand Lodge, as well as the Grand Lodge of Iran in Exile, as all three of us worked together on several projects over the year. The stadium is a $500 million project, and for the first time ever in Masonic history in California, the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, Free and Accepted Masons of the State of California, and the California Grand Lodge of Masons worked together and had their names enshrined forever on a cornerstone that will appear in the stadium in Sacramento. And to God we give the glory. We have now moved into our Masonic calendar year, which actually begins in July after our Grand Lodge. Immediately after our Grand Lodge, we had the opportunity to work with Willie Brown. Many of you know Willie Brown as Speaker of the Assembly of the State of California, former Speaker, and also the former Mayor of San Francisco, California. We know Willie Brown as Brother Willie Brown of Hannibal Lodge No. 1 in San Francisco, California. The time and opportunity came that a school, a very high-tech magnet school, would be named after the Honorable Willie Brown for many efforts that he has made in terms of the education of our youth, certainly in the San Francisco area and throughout the state of California. We were called upon to work with the school and place within the school a cornerstone. And we on the level called upon our brothers at California Grand Lodge to work with us in the work, Masonic work, required to place a cornerstone and be a part of the ceremony. And indeed, as you can see by the pictures in the video, this was a tremendous success. And for the first time in California Masonic history, the name of the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge was the supervising name on the cornerstone, with great assistance from the California Grand Lodge. Indeed, again, history was made. And what is important as well, as we are demonstrating how we can, in one geographical area, be sovereign and at the same time work together in peace, love, harmony, and beauty. Much to the praise and honor of God. As we move through our calendar year, we had an opportunity to work with the California Grand Lodge in terms of a cornerstone in Ventura County, California. We journeyed to Ventura County to perform the ritualistic work necessary to place a cornerstone at that very fine community hospital. We worked with Russell Charvonia, then Most Worshipful Grand Master, and a team from both the California Grand Lodge and the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge to accomplish this goal. And we're showing you now some of the pictures that demonstrate the unity of purpose that Masons are made of. My motto for the year, or my years, is let us improve upon. We don't want to be satisfied with where we are. We can and should improve upon every positive aspect of our lives. Our lives with our families, our personal lives, our lives as we work together as brothers and as sisters in this great union. Before I became the Most Worshipful Grand Master, again at the time that Lavelle Morgan, our Grand Master at the time, was ill, we had a meeting with the California Grand Lodge just prior to their annual communication. And at that meeting, we set forth a number of different issues and opportunities. John Cooper was the Most Worshipful Grand Master at the time. Russell Charvonia was the deputy. And David Perry was the Senior Grand Warden. We discussed the opportunity that Most Worshipful Cooper had brought to California. And that was the hosting of the 14th conference, World Conference of regular Grand Lodges. This group comprised the regular Grand Lodges of the entire world. It had recognition through the United Grand Lodge of England and other places. This was huge in the Masonic world. The conference only meets every 18 months, and it tends to move around through the various continents of the world. So for California to have this opportunity may not come again even in my lifetime. So as we talked about this, we had an invitation to attend, but as things evolved and as we discussed, and as we had the audacity to ask questions necessary, this turned in from an invitation to being co-convening of this World History Conference of Masons. we are indebted to the words in the Bible. It says, ask and you shall receive. It says sometimes you have not because you ask not. But we ask and we receive in the proper way. And we thank the California Grand Lodge for their understanding of what is necessary for peace and harmony and respect in this world. We became the co-conveners of the 14th World Conference of Regular Grand Lodges. And we did not take this position lightly. We asked of the World Secretariat that the story of Prince Hall Masons be told by Prince Hall Masons at that conference. This had never happened before. At this conference, there were 4 simultaneous translations of English, Spanish, Portuguese, and French to the world. We asked, and we received 15 minutes. Some thought that was short, but we felt like 15 minutes to speak to the world about Prince Hall Masonry was sufficient. I had to remember what the Lord said once before, my grace is sufficient. These words would be sufficient to start the ball rolling in terms of recognition of the role that Prince Hall played in the establishment of Masonry and indeed the establishment of the United States of America. We were able to produce a digest that went into 1,100 books of the delegates that came from around the world. They all took this back with them, with many pictures documenting the role of Prince Hall, the role of Prince Hall Masons in California, along with the California Masons. And one of the Brazilian Grand Masters even said, we learned from Prince Hall at this occasion. Put many pictures. Because as the old people used to say, I can show you sometimes better than I can tell you. The pictures were there, the brotherhood was there, and it was obvious to the world what is happening in California. In addition to that, we produced a coin that has the great seal of the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge on it. And on the obverse side, it shows the San Francisco Bay Bridge and other information relating to the 14th communication of the World Conference of Regular Grand Lodges. And as I said at the meeting, 2 sides, 1 destiny. And that was apparent at that meeting. These gavels were given to the 3 conveners of the World Conference. And it was my honor, I can say, and I was certainly humbled by it, because I had the opportunity to sound this gavel 3 times and raise the world in San Francisco, California. It was the first time that a Grand Master of Prince Hall Masons had the honor to do so. This conference allowed us to meet the Grand Masters of Africa, of Europe, oh, Haiti, all of South America, Canada, and so many other people that were on the level. I sat next to the Grand Master of Monaco at a function that we had, and so on. This is one place that we could meet on the level and to discuss and act upon issues that affect all of us. And we had the opportunity to meet and talk with the Grand Chancellor of the United Grand Lodgery, the Honorable Derek Dinsmore, and having many conversations with him over the time that we were there. We have agreed that there will be certain policies that will benefit Prince Hall Masons worldwide, and in doing so shall benefit humanity and the world. And we thank England for their foresight and understanding of the situations that afflict and affect mankind. And we're able to, on the level, work through many of these issues through the great fraternity of Freemasonry. We are pleased to have had the opportunity to be a part of the convening of the 14th World Conference of Regular Grand Lodges in this jurisdiction. We are in the hallway of the Most Wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge. We have enshrined one of 3 candles that was used to begin the ceremony and eventually end the 3-day ceremony in San Francisco, 3-day convention in San Francisco. Here you will see the medallion that we spoke of and the coin, that the commemorative coin that we, the Most Wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, had minted for this occasion, as well as a Masonic Digest that was distributed to the 1,100 delegates from around the world. As you can see, we have enshrined this within the walls of our great institution. And as I like to say, there's one on Nob Hill in San Francisco. There's another one in Beverly Hills, California. And the third one is here on Figueroa, on the level. Thank you. Next time, we will continue with the activities of the Most Wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge when we see you again. Have a good day.